Poor decisions by the umpires as well as lack of a tempered head resulted in the West Indies going down to the Australians by 15 runs in Trent Bridge. Now the West Indies were off to a flyer with fiery spells from O'Shane Thomas, Sheldon Cottrell and Andre Russell, resulting in the Australians being 79 for 5 after 16.1 overs. With the wheels falling off of the Australians' batting innings, it wasn't until Stephen Smith and Alex Carey came together for a masterful partnership. Now they steadied the ship a bit with Smith getting a gritty 73 and Alex Carey getting 45 runs in a cameo show. But to push the Australians over the line, it wasn't until the number 8 batsman Nathan Coulter came to the crease and put on a showcase of shots, scoring 93 runs from 60 balls. Now the Windies did fight back in the end, outing down the Australians for 288. In the mix was a moment of the match with Sheldon Cottrell taking a magnificent one-handed catch and then saving it from going over for 6 and catching it again. It was just masterful to see. It was a spectacular catch. If you haven't seen it, take a look at it. It's on YouTube. With 289 runs to get, spectators believe that the West Indies had it in the bag despite the Australians' strong bowling attack. The likes of Chris Gayle and Evan Lewis on the top. There's no way we can't make the runs, right? Wrong. It wasn't until umpire Chris Gaffney made 3 mistakes in reviews which had to be reviewed when it was adjudicating the dismissal of Chris Gayle. In the first instance, he thought he was caught behind. When they checked again, he didn't. However, the ball did hit the stumps, but the bails were not dislodged. The second instance, however, it was an LBW shout, but when you look at the replay again, the ball was missing. So, umpire Gaffney was on thin ice. And then it came to the third decision, which was an LBW decision again, with the ball shaving the leg stump, so it was given out based on umpire's call. However, when you look back at the tape before, the previous ball that Mitchell Starc bowled to Gayle was a no ball. So in actuality, if the no ball had stood, the next ball would have been a free hit and Gayle would have never been out. Despite the dismissal of Gayle, the Windies still have firepower in the batting lineup, with the likes of Nicholas Pooran and Shai Hope coming together. Now Shai Hope was a little unsettled at the start of his innings, having to battle hard and eventually pushing on to make a score of 68. Nicholas Pooran was more comfortable at the crease, scoring freely, but a rash shot which resulted in a spectacular catch by Aaron Finch was the end of him. There were other moments in the match that resulted in the West Indies' demise. Shai Hope and Sherman Hetmyer came together to score a good partnership going along smoothly until a run-out was the demise of Hetmyer. Things started to roll along and then Andre Russell came to the crease. Yes, the hard-hitting Andre Russell. So we are expecting some hard shots, some boundaries to fly. Oh, he did connect with one flying into the top tier of the Trent Bridge stand. However, he was not settled in his approach. He was looking for the big shots, and as you said before, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. The rash shot resulted in his demise as well. So the West Indies continued to be reeling. Captain Jason Holder stood there to put up a very strong fighting 50 to see if he could get his team over the line. He was partnered with Carlos Brathwaite, who was also a little unsettled with the short ball, but played his shots. It wasn't until Mitchell Starc was brought back after the 46th over that the collapse was imminent. He claimed the wickets of Brathwaite and Holder in the over, which sent the West Indies down the spiral and was ultimately the end of the Windies' innings in retrospect. Now looking back at the game again, you could say that the umpiring did play a vital part in the West Indies' loss. But the Windies camp has no control over that. They need to focus on their issues with the batting lineup, where they need to get some steady head across the board. They need temperament. They have to believe that once they are out there, the runs will come. Batting will get easier. So it's back to the drawing board for the Windies ahead of their next match in the World Cup. Will they rebound? Will they regain that momentum that they had at the start of the tournament? We'll have to wait and see.